the front grill.
This is where Jason started getting some gray hair, I believe.
Okay, now this is what I did on this part. I wanted to make sure I could, what I'm wrapping here is where the headlight goes. And the best thing I could figure out on this, and you'll see the other side as well, is I came up with a piece of material and I kind of just rolled it up and stuck it in there. And this, because of the contour, the way that shape of that is coning out, you have to do it a couple times to make sure you cover everything. And all I'm doing is wrapping it so far, and then right now I'm trimming up the edge.
Gotcha.
So when I do the front side, I'll overlap that edge.
And I noticed you gave yourself some relief cuts all the way around it.
Yes.
Just to help tuck it and roll it.
Right there, now you see me doing the other side. I'm kind of wrapping it up, kind of fill it around, make sure it's cutting it in. I cut off the excess part of it. You know, so I don't need that. On the back side, I definitely don't need it, cutting that right to the edge. And now I'm going around the edge again, the finish cut.
You know, you actually work really
I am
fast.
super fast.
If you could rap like that, I mean, there's definitely a future for you right there.
Now I'm doing the little parking light insert areas. Same kind of principle. Kind of go in there with a squeegee on this one.
And there's the blue squeegee that we do sell.
The harder squeegee.
The harder squeegee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm trimming up the edge, going around the edge. Just a very light cut. I'm not carving into the vehicle or anything. Trimming up that, pushing it in there, making sure it sits really nice and tight.
So really, I mean, if you left this grill on the front of the Jeep with the lights still in it and everything else, I mean, that would just be a nightmare trying to figure out how to wrap nicely where the material is really going to adhere.
You'd have to cut it and push it in behind between where the light is, excuse me, and then and where it's sitting. Mm-hmm. It just makes it a little hard. And this didn't take me long at all to pull those out. Generally, lights, they typically make pretty easy to remove and install because you're going to do it.
Well, it's a Jeep. I mean, it's made to be customized and taken apart.
Yeah. Now here you're seeing me do the front side.
And you grew an extra set of hands.
I did. So now I'm just going to go over all the flat areas.
All right, so once again, this is going back in. This is truly showing tinting. Okay, he has pulled that product over all of those open areas, and it's nice and tight. And if you notice, everything is smooth. There's no wrinkles in the film. There's nothing that's going on. So all of that film, he's gonna go around first, like right there, and
pull the wrinkle out.
Got the wrinkle out. Don't just think just because it's air release film that you can just take a squeegee over whatever wrinkle and it's just gonna disappear. It can crease. Then you got to pop it up, heat it, and put it back down.
Not only that, but if you had that you were able to work at, generally manipulates the vinyl after that crease. So it may not be laying where you want to.
Correct.
If you have to put down vinyl after the crease. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm just kind of going around my edges. This is the top part of the grill. There's a rubber seal up there that I'll have to tuck in. You'll see that here in a little bit. Now I'm going over the edge. I'm heating this stuff up because I've had a lot of wrinkles when I was pulling that over, so I'm kind of trying to smooth out that material. Gave it a little time to cool off, pushing it down, making some relief cuts.
One thing though that I see that you don't have, which we're starting to see that lots and lots of rappers use, is the glove.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a prime time to have a wrap glove on.
It's basically just it's a real thin glove that goes over your hand. A lot of guys usually, when they want to, they'll wet the glove, and so the glove kind of glides over the material a little better. I knew I was going to be handling the back side of it on that edge a lot, and I kind of like being able to, the vinyl not stick to the glove sometimes. Doesn't mean, you should use it. There's a lot of areas where you can use it.
And that's your preference. I mean, there's a lot of rappers you'll see now, they'll actually wear two gloves. I mean, they've gotten to that point now where they're so comfortable with it.
You see me kind of push that in there after I heat it up. It's kind of just help get that in there. And then I'm just going around. I'm not pushing it so far that it's distorting the material. And it's just kind of helping lay that edge around. As I told you before, I was overlapping that top part onto that vinyl.
Well, and this vinyl has a memory.
Yeah.
So if what you're trying to do is kind of distort that memory. If you heat it and put your fist in it and then pull it back out and heat it again, it'll actually go back to the way it was. But if you let that sit for a few and then heat it up again, it starts setting that bonding agent of the adhesive.
There you see I'm tucking it behind that rubber gasket on the top of the grill there. Now I'm working on the other side, heating it up, just kind of helping relax that vinyl so there's no wrinkles before I start pushing it down. I use my fingers a lot on this edge because they're one of the best tools you have. You know, the hands.
Yeah.
So, and because I'm doing that, it's even more important to post heat.
Yes.
Because your post heating is going to reveal any places that you didn't get squeegeed down, and we'll talk about that here pretty quick in another part of this video. So again, like everything else, I'm wrapping this up, back up underneath the grill. I want all the edges to be hidden with the same color. I don't want you to see any gray anywhere, any tone.
And that's really how the wrap should be done. But that is something that you discuss with your customer before you start the wrap. You know, I mean that's very important, especially like on light vehicles where it's really going to show.
And then I heat it up, now I'm just kind of pushing it down, kind of holding it there for a little bit. Now I'm letting it relax, and now I'm just kind of going around the edge again, so I can get it just past where the other cut line was, so it's overlapping.
And you can see how far back up that film came.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has a strong memory.
Now I got a nice finished look, you know.
Now this is an area that you could put some of that promoter in.
Sure.
I mean, if you really want a strong bond right there in that area, that would be a spot you can definitely use some promoter.
Yeah. But us by not using that primer that we're talking about, this gives us a chance to kind of keep an eye on this wrap. See
Yeah.
where potential areas would live, knowing that we should have used it in this area, or we didn't need to use it, you know, in a lot of this stuff. Or, you know what I mean? It kind of helps us help you if you ever ask a question or you want to talking about getting into this, the wrapping part of it, which, man, if I was an installer myself, I would definitely want to be able to do all this stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It just opens up the door for a lot of jobs. I mean, if a guy I can't tell you how many people have commented on this Jeep when I drive it around. How did you do that? That is awesome. That is so awesome. You know, just, they love it. I mean, it's a cool effect. And not only that, but in the digital stuff, like we'll talk in the next series, it opens up the door for your dealerships too. If you got a good rapport with a dealer that you've been doing a lot of decals on, now you can go in there and say, hey, you got a service vehicle? I can maybe wrap this service vehicle for you, you know? I know how to do that, you
Yeah.
know?
Well,
Or if you have a customer that comes in and he really wants this a different color, you can say, hey, you got a guy that can wrap this for you, custom wrap it. You know?
well, and I would say for me, my number one suggestion is if you're seeing this video and you're like, you know, I'm really interested in this. I really think this is something I want to get into. I highly, 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 highly suggest you get training. Man, I mean, you go to some of these training courses, they are going to save you so much time and so much hassle on just the simple tips and tricks that they're priceless. I mean, as far as it goes, the time that it will save you. I mean, for a lot of this, it's one of those where we're just showing you just some simple things that we know. I mean, we've been trained, and you know, it's one of those, we don't do this on a daily basis.
You can see here now we're working on the other part. Now I'm heating this and I'm pushing it pretty good inside this area. It's a pretty deep recess. And now I'm just cutting out a little tiny relief hole. I've got plenty of vinyl to wrap around. But I will say, over the months since I've done this, I have not seen any lifting on these edges yet. That was really important. I was really paying attention to this part because of all the parts on this vehicle that I wrapped, this was probably the most extreme that I pushed the vinyl to the limits on. I really pushed it in there. I wanted it really, I could have left it and trimmed it, or I could have put those pieces in before like I did where the lights were, but I decided to do it that way, so I want to look really nice.
Gotcha.